Islam to all Moors, peace and love. Islam to all Moors, peace and love. Canaanland Moors class reporting, because as much as there's propaganda going on, you know, as you see, the show must go on, regardless of what goes on out there, how much different kind of lives matter. The show must go on. That's the only thing that can happen. The show must continue. The Truman Show must continue. They can't stop the Truman Show yet. Even though people already went through the door and all that stuff, realized that they're getting played, they still want stuff to go on. So before we start, we want to say Islam to all the Moors worldwide. All the Moors everywhere that know about their nationality and birthrights, that know that they're not Negro, black, colored, that know that Noble Drew Ali is their prophet, know that Noble Drew Ali told them that their flag is a red flag with a green 5-point star, that knows that Noble Drew Ali said that you're Moors, even though they call you Mohammedans and they call you all these other names, know for a fact that you're Moors. For all the Moors who know that the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the 101 questionnaire is the salvation as far as literature for the nations, if they want to be saved. So Islam to all you Moors, peace and love. To the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, which is the Moorish nation, because the Moorish Science Temple of America is a pseudonym for the Moorish nation. So to the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America means to the nationals of the Moorish nation. Because remember, he threw the little curveball in there in the letter where he called himself president, Noble Drew Ali. What is he a president of? Moorish Science Temple of America? That's what he's the president of? You really gonna tell me that he's the president of the Moorish Science Temple of America? Right? The prophet, Noble Drew Ali, is a mere president of some organization, religious BS. This is for the nation that Noble Drew Ali brought everything. For the nation. And we want to say Islam to the Moors, right? Even though they're on the side of the Moors who immediately put out the letters for and all that stuff, right? And even though we know that they had marked fezzes and stuff like that in their beginnings, and they called themselves stuff, made up all this type of stuff and said that that's who, you know what I mean, is really the successor of Noble Drew Ali and all that. We just want to say give honors for at least some reputable, known Moorish Science Temple of America speaking up public, right, at a well-known, quote-unquote, governmental, whatever, on behalf of Moorish Divine and National Movement, not Moorish Science Temple. So maybe some things are going on and people have to stop pretending that, you know, they're riding with the dirty Moors if they already changed their concept and they're ready to go further. Don't keep pushing the dirty Moor stuff. If you realize something, right? If a Grand Sheik says, I represent Moorish Science Temple of America, and then he's gonna go on, whether it's national TV or whatever, right? On the steps of You know what I mean? Like our foundational steps as a Moor, right? Now nobody's not shutting him down or nothing like that. They're letting him do whatever. You go, they got a podium, everything like that, right? All the Moors up there, microphone with the little thing on it saying which news whoever is there and all that, right? And then remember, he's Grand Sheik of a Moor Science Temple, and then he's gonna say all this right stuff, not bring up anything about, you know, with scientists or whatever, not bring up naturalization versus whatever. Stuck to the point, you know, we're not black people, black is, you know, whatever. And then, you know, Noble Jolly brought certain things, and then, you know, but he made a lot of reference, and strong reference, to Moorish divine and national movement. So, obviously, it's unity time. Because even the dirty Moors are coming out now and saying that we realize what's up. We realize what's up. They're putting the code out there. Right? And we're putting it out there so people could realize that it's time to not be Negro, black, colored, and be Moors. Even if you go to the dirty Moors, guys, at least you're Moors. Even if you go to the seller guy, at least in your mind you're gonna start thinking, oh yeah, okay, I'm a Moor now. Even if you paid $5,000. So if you have to pay $5,000, there you go right. Pay $5,000 to be a Moor. At least you'll be a Moor. So we could get this thing going. Because everybody's waiting. Talking to a Moor yesterday. Everybody's chilling. Just waiting for the Moors. And you know, they're getting, you know what I mean? When guys gonna just say, jump in the truck and just drive through people and stuff like that, people are, you know, been telling people there's gonna be collateral damage, watch where you go and stuff like that. Because what does blood up to a horse's brow mean? It means anybody could get it. You know, and you know, for Moors who are the superhero Moors, nationality card is not gonna stop a truck coming at you. Sorry. So be wise and recognize that you are a nation, and as a nation, certain things you don't partake in. You go certain places, how come certain people aren't there? How come every time you go to the Chinese store, you see Chinese and then all these other people? Then when you go to other people's store, you don't see no Chinese there. Nationhood, nationality, support your own, be around your own. Noble Jolly told Moors, live close together. What's the biggest problem with Moors? I'm the only Moor. I'm the only Moor that's out here. Well, we were just born into it, Moor. We were just born into it. We never created this. So everybody's coming out and trying to get these people to be Moors. Everybody's coming out. So for the Moors coming into whatever like that, and they heard about stuff and they're scared of Moor Science Temple or whatever like that, that's pseudo name. That's not nothing. How come they never say Moorish Divine and National Movement ever? They never ever bring that up in their propaganda or whatever. I was talking about Moorish Nation and Moorish whatever, Moorish Science Temple and all these different sects and branches, and but certain things, you know, they don't touch because they know what's up. Because they know what's up. Right? We're gonna show you how much they know what's up, because we're gonna start with questions today because we have to get through this one. We have to get through this one today because this one's hot off the press. Right? It's hot off the press. So, Moore called me yesterday. Yo, Kudro, I don't know what to do. It's good. So we go to today. So he goes to work and chilling at work. You know what I mean? And he gets a visit at work. Gets a visit. That is Job. Islam Moors, just putting this on the record for my protection. Yesterday I informed Brother Kudro about an agent who visited the store looking for a quote-unquote Gary Anderson, all caps. I was told this by an associate who works at the private sector I also work at. She informed me that this person or agent had a folder displaying different photos of individuals. However, to further gather more information about what was going on, it was cut short. An individual continued talking to an assistant manager who stated that the alleged agent that I go by my appellation, Trey L. Conversation was continued. The alleged agent discontinued the conversation, proceeded toward the exit, and the agent began to walk with the associate who called me, "See you later." Agent replied, "See you later." "Oh wait, never see you again." This above information was given yesterday and today, 18th day of July, 1436, 18th day of July, 2016, 19th day of July, 1436, 19th day of July, 2016. I'm making this known to the Canaanland Temple as the honorary member, Kosi Trey L. Moorish American National in full life. I will CC this to the other brothers and sisters. Peace, fam, Islam. Alright. So, today now, I went to work, and when I got there, I see a bundle of policy enforcers in the middle of the parking lot. I laughed a bit, but wasn't concerned because they began to leave the area. So it's about 10:45 a.m. I alert Brother Kudro that a few individuals show up at the store. I glanced at one of them, just remained calm and continued my work. Maybe about 15 minutes later, they both showed up. Oh, that was me. About 15 minutes later, they both showed up in the area I work at of the store. The one in the red shirt proceeds to go upstairs. The other in the black shirt began to walk by saying, "Hello, Trey. Can I call you Trey or Trey L?" I replied, "My name is Kosi Trey L. Can I help you with something?" So the one in the black suggests we talk in private. I told him, "No, I'm good talking where I stand." So the manager stayed, and then the agents and I began to converse. Before I allowed them to talk, I told them for my safety and theirs that I'm going to record the conversation. Mr. Black states, "Not without my consent." I said, "What? I have a right to record you because you haven't identified yourself properly." Mr. Black tells me, "I'll arrest you if you record me." I said, "Wow, so you're going to violate my rights and kidnap me?" He straightened up and said, "No, it's just that I haven't consented because of the Florida laws." I told him, "Well, based off the Constitution, I have the right, and since you approaching me with threat, duress, and coercion, I'm letting you know I'm Kosi Trey L. Moorish American National in propria persona, that I do not waive my rights or abandon them." So I asked, "What are they here for?" And Mr. Red states, "Oh, we're here because we got an anonymous phone call about you not paying taxes and that you're a sovereign citizen." I said, "Whoa, I never claimed to be that because you said that." I stated again, I'm Moorish American National and I'm not affiliated with those people. Plus, those two words don't even go together because it's an oxymoron. So I stated to them, "You haven't properly identified who both of you are." So they pull out a badge and inside I see something, but I really couldn't make it out.